Okay. The next topic for the American government issues is the economy. What is your current opinion on the economy?
Do more things ourselves. Russia doesn't have a lot of the same problems because Russia buys Russian products. Germany doesn't have a lot of the same problems because Germany buys German products. United States buys Asian products.
If you could change one thing about our economy, what would it be and why?
I guess it would be the gap in between the wealthy and the poor, and because poverty brings a whole bunch of other issues like different crimes, as well as poor health, things like that, because the cheaper things for people to obtain sometimes aren't the healthiest. So a whole bunch of $5 large pizzas aren't as good as fresh produce, but yet fresh produce, $5 isn't going to fill you up. And then also too, poverty leads to heavier drug abuse, and drug abuse leads to theft, more domestic violence, murder, all that stuff. It kind of is a butterfly effect into it. So I think dealing with poverty would be number one.
What does a full employment USA economy look like, and how far are we from it?
Well, what the president says is that we're pretty much on that right now. Is that it's been lower than that, but it's not so much a full time job. Is that the wages need to be where they're at to be able to support. When you look at the average cost of rent for a 2 bedroom place in this area is $900 to $1,000. Well, your I believe is $9 an hour compared to Texas being $7.75, having almost the same cost of living. But you look at that and it's like, okay, so what are you making every week after taxes? Because you have to think about 20% of that's going out in taxes. Are you able to pay lights and rent and all that? It seems like you have no other money for anything else, and people just aren't going to live that way. That's where we're going to end up with credit debt, because now we're going to live beyond our means because we want the same stuff that we see in movies and other people have, so we're going to live beyond our means. And that's just going to put us in a financial hole, and we're always going to work with no, joy and benefit. So, I mean, I think that what an economy looks like with a full time, which is what we picture in our head, is where people can actually afford to live. So, I think it's not so much as a full time as it is a wage increase, and that I think we're far away from it because everybody has a different opinion. It's not all about numbers, it's about quality of life. And I think that, the president and a lot of people in control of, not in control of the numbers, but that seems to be a goal that they work on, is everybody has a job full time. I think that the numbers are deceiving on quality of life. So is it really good if everybody has a job for $5 to $9 an hour? No, it's not, because cost of living is way more than that.
What works in our economy?
Twitter. um, because I mean, what doesn't work is agreement with anything. What doesn't work is our immigration policies. What doesn't work is our healthcare system and letting pharmaceutical companies run us. What doesn't work is a lot of things, and what does work is people running their mouth on how they're going to change it without implementing the change or agreeing on it. So,
What role should the government play in our economy?
well, it could be either two very ways where they leave us alone and let us do what we want, or they step in and take more control. Either one would work, but being lukewarm in the middle, and just like it says in the Bible, they'll spit you out of your mouth, and I mean, it doesn't work. You can't be lukewarm where the government's trying to give you freedoms and then taking it away. So I think, they need to pick what side of the fence they're on and control it, like Russia does or Germany does, that have a better economy than us, even though you won't read that in the papers. They do. Or you leave it alone and you let private companies come in and take care of the stuff that you can't. Give them the tax breaks to do that versus Amazon. So I like Amazon, but it's not fair that they bring in that many billions of dollars and they don't pay taxes. But yet I owed over $1,000 last year for a part-time job. I mean, you know, I paid more than Amazon.
That's all the questions.
Okay. Sorry.